YouTube, what's going on, man? It's your boy Booba and welcome back to another player review on the channel. Hope you guys are having an incredible day. Up next on the list of player reviews, we're gonna go ahead and check out the Objective card during the Trailblazers promo. It's none other than Bellingham. Bellingham is an 85 rated card. He has the controlled acceleration type, right footed with 3-star skill moves and 4-star weak foot. Now we do see a bit of versatility with the card, which is always really nice to see. He can play the center mid, center attacking mid, and striker positions. And if we go ahead and look at his in-game stats in a bit more detail, we can see that the card is extremely well-rounded, very close to being Gang. And as you guys know, with the new Trailblazers promo, there is a few players that you can go ahead and throw into the evolution, and Bellingham is one of them. Now, the upgrades that you get with the evolution isn't anything too crazy. I'm pretty sure that it's just like a +1 upgrade to each face stat, and then like maybe like a +2 to his pace. But nevertheless, boys, for completely free, he does look like a very underrated player. The technical side to his game does look really nice, especially for a center mid. Now, he does have 83 pace overall with 80 acceleration and 85 sprint speed. Not bad for a midfielder, but I would still recommend a chem style to make him even more quick. If you do want him to be a bit more of an attacking threat, the Hunter chem style would be a really good option. But if you do want him to be a little bit more defensive, the Shadow is obviously your best bet. The 78 shooting, a decent stat for the card. If you do want to run him at the striker position, it is going to be really important. And for the most part, he does have some pretty decent shooting stats, 81 attacking positioning and 80 finishing with the 4-star weak foot. Now, alongside scoring a lot of goals, you would also want the card to create a lot of chances. So the 83 passing and 85 dribbling are going to be two really important parts to his game. And it's probably going to be the two standout stats for the card as well. 84 vision, 88 short pass, and 84 long pass. I do expect his passing to be really accurate. And ultimately, boys, when you go ahead and pair that with his dribbling, the chance creation in the center of the pitch should be quite decent. Now, keep in mind, he is 6'3". He does have a bit of a larger build in game, but some pretty decent dribbling stats overall. 80 agility, 83 balance, and 80 reactions. Now, the only real letdown is the fact that he doesn't have 4-star skill moves. But on the ball, as like a center mid, center attacking mid, where you do have a bit more space, I think that he can still get the job done. Now, if you do plan on using him as a box-to-box midfielder, the 77 defending and 81 physical are going to be two really important parts to his game. The defensive stats are okay. The physicality is a lot better in my opinion. 92 stamina with the Relentless Playstyle Plus. The Relentless Playstyle Plus for a box-to-box midfielder is actually really underrated in my opinion. Should easily last the full 90. Now, in terms of playstyles, Boise does have 6 different playstyles: the finesse shot, pinged pass, slide tackle, technical flair, and relentless. And the one thing that I really like with the card is the fact that his playstyles are evenly spread out, man. As a box-to-box midfielder, that's going to be really important. And with his player roles, we do see a bit of variety with the way that you can incorporate him in game. He does have a player role plus as that box-to-box midfielder. And then alongside that, boys, he does also have 3 player role pluses. You can use him as a false 9 if you do run him at the striker position. And then whether you play him as a center attacking mid or center mid in your starting 11, he does also have the playmaker player role plus. If you guys do enjoy these FC25 player reviews and you want to see more of them on the channel, definitely let me know by leaving a like. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss an upload, and then also consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. It would be greatly appreciated. This is the team we're going to be using in Division Rivals to test out the new Bellingham card. We're going to be playing him at the center mid position as that box-to-box midfielder in the 4-4-2 formation. So without further ado, boys, let's go ahead and jump into game number 1 and let's see how good this card really is. Alright, boys, here we are jumping into game number 1 using the new Bellingham Trailblazers card, and I must say I'm actually really excited to test him out. Now, first things first, you guys know how we like to start off every play review, and that is by testing out the card's dribbling. Now, for the most part, he does have some pretty decent agility and balance. Only 3-star skill moves, which is a bit of a letdown for the card, and he's also 6'3". But as you guys can see on the ball, when it comes to left stick dribbling, it doesn't feel too bad. Bellingham just gonna maybe try to track back a little bit, test out the recovery speed. We don't get the interception. The only defensive playstyle is the slide tackle playstyle, which is okay. Bellingham. Now, we do have McManaman making that run. I'm just gonna maybe test out an over-the-top through ball. A very accurate pass right there. And now we just need him to be a little bit further forward. Ball roll, finesse shot, a little bit further out. He does have the finesse shot playstyle, man. That's a decent attempt. I like the fact that he does have a scoring playstyle. If you do run him as like a center attacking mid or striker, that's going to be really important. Bellingham, good. Little LB pace boost right there. That's not too bad. Bellingham is making that run. I'm just going to go for a simple through ball. And then LB pace boost. That's nice, boys. Decent sprint speed right there. 4-star weak foot is a decent attempt. That's nice, boys. We're keeping the pressure up now. He does also have the technical playstyle. Nice, cut it back. We can do some R1 dribbling right here, keeping it very close. Ooh, boys, the R1 dribbling does feel pretty nice with the card. That's not too bad. Bellingham, just a simple ball into Duran, and then with Duran we'll go power shot. Should be an assist. That's a lovely play right there. Again, man, breaking up the play, advancing the ball forward, a decent through ball, nothing too crazy, but that's honestly what we need him to do. Now, we did signal Walker to make that run, man. With Bellingham, I think we just go cross diagonal. Test out his long range passing a little bit more. That's a lovely ball, man. Even from like a deeper position, you can create a lot with him. Bellingham, a little bit of manual defending. He might just try to drill it through the middle. Bellingham does get the interception, man. Very responsive right there. Easy to control. Now he is in an offside position at the moment. There we go. Bellingham. I might try LB pace boost just to test that out a little bit more. It's not too bad. But I will say he's not the quickest of midfielders I ever used. 4-star weak foot. I mean, it's a decent shot. All right, boys. 6'3" with decent jumping. We're going to try to whip it into him. Test out the aerial ability a little bit more. McManaman into Bellingham. Does win the header, boys. That's an incredible header right there. And low-key kind of took me by surprise, but he is an aerial threat as well, which is really nice to see. If you do prefer like your taller, more physical type of midfielders, I mean, he's definitely going to fit your style of play. Palmer, Hernandez, that's a lovely turn. Bellingham. Little R3 touch to get away from Varane. 4-star weak foot. Just a little bit too much power on it. Bellingham just going to carry the ball forward again. R1 dribbling. Cut in. That's nice, boys. That's not too bad. My opponent's defending should be a lot better. But again, the R1 dribbling, the ball carrying, not too bad. Good physicality right there as well. He's a bit of a jammy player. Near post. It's a good finish, man. Game number 2, ladies and gentlemen, and so far so good. I mean, for completely free to get yourself a card of this caliber is not too bad for the start of FC25. Now, the only real letdown for the card at the moment is the fact that he is in the championship, so getting him on full chemistry is going to be a lot more difficult. But if you are in need of a super sub, man, I mean, for only 10 games of squad battles, I think that's a W for sure. Bellingham, I'm going to try to do as much manual defending with the card as possible. You might try to cut that in. Nice, boys. Good interception right there. Can we carry it away? I tried to take an R3 touch right there, but my opponent did read it. I might try to overload that right-hand side. We did signal Walker to make that run, and with Bellingham, we'll go for another cross diagonal. It is a little bit central, man, but it's not bad. I mean, we might be able to get this under control. I mean, we almost did, man. Those cross diagonals are still really good to go ahead and use. It's a bit of a scrappy game at the moment so far, boys. Now, we did signal Bellingham to make that run. With Duran, maybe go over the top. It's lovely, boys. We timed that perfectly. Does he have the pace to get away from Vidic, though? R3 touch. He hasn't really read it. Bellingham, boys. Really good power behind his run right there and a really good finish as well. I like it, man. That little R3 touch to take it away from the center back, that little acceleration that he gets after that is really effective. Bellingham, a little bit of manual defending. Can't get the interception, man. The intercept playstyle would have been really nice for the card. Duran through the middle. We do have Bellingham making that run. Just got to time the through ball. It's not bad. Bellingham, little LB pace boost right there. 4-star weak foot. It is a tight angle and it's just wide. I feel like that's just my aim, boys. My aim could have been a bit better in that situation. Guerrero, nice. Good tackle right there from Bellingham. So far in the tackle, maybe a little bit inconsistent because he doesn't have to anticipate. Duran, Bellingham making that run. It's a lovely run, man. A decent pass as well. A little bit of left stick dribbling. Tried to go for a cutback right there. Maybe could have felt a little bit more swift. But we do have a corner, man. And as you guys know, in game number 1, a fantastic header. We ended up scoring. Whip it in. This time it goes to Tamori. I mean, we'll take it, boys. Great tackle, boys. We're keeping the pressure up now. I like this little midfield, too, of Mainu and Bellingham. That's a lovely run. R3 touch. Just doesn't have the pace right there to get away from Saliba. But honestly, there's not many players that can get away from Saliba. Good tackle. Now, because he is a little bit more tired at the moment, I'm just going to use his passing a bit more. 4-star weak foot, cross diagonal. It's a lovely ball, man. Those cross diagonals are such an easy way to get high up the pitch. Through the middle. Bellingham, that's a lovely run forward. There goes the stamina, boys. It's not bad. I'm going to go for a power shot. He doesn't have the power shot playstyle, but that's a great finish, man. The finishing so far hasn't been too bad. I will say he's not the most clinical of players, but if you do give him like the Hunter Kemp style and you run him as a center attacking mid, he can definitely score a few goals. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is us using the new Trailblazers Bellingham card in a few games of Division Rivals. And I will say for completely free, a very good card to go ahead and pick up. Now, if we go ahead and dissect his in-game stats in a bit more detail, we did go ahead and give him the Catalyst Kemp style. Now, with the Catalyst Kemp style, he does have 88 acceleration and 93 sprint speed. And I feel like it's an upgrade that the card very much needs. He doesn't have the quick step and he doesn't have the rapid playstyle. So I think it's really important to get the most out of his pace. Now, as that box-to-box midfielder, we do need him to be a bit of a threat going forward as well. So the 78 shooting was a really important stat for the card. And for the most part, with the finesse shot playstyle and then also 4-star weak foot, the finishing in and around the box was decent. Nothing too crazy, but if you do want to run him as like a striker or maybe like as a center attacking mid, I would highly recommend the Hunter Kemp style. Now, in the middle of the pitch, the 83 passing and 85 dribbling were probably the two standout stats in my opinion. His passing in game with the ping pass playstyle was very accurate and very consistent, which was really nice to see. And when you pair that with his 85 dribbling, I think that the chance creation with the card was quite effective as well. If you do want to incorporate him as a playmaker in your starting 11, you most definitely can. The 77 defending as that box-to-box midfielder was a decent stat, pretty good at breaking up the play and advancing the ball forward. But if you do want a little bit more defensive cover with the card, I would probably recommend the Shadow or the Anchor Kemp style. I would probably lean a little bit more towards the Shadow to get the most out of his pace, and then also to get a really nice defensive upgrade, because the physical side to his game is pretty good, man. 6'3" with 79 strength and 73 aggression. A pretty strong player both on and off the ball. Overall, boys, I'm going to go ahead and give the card like an 8.5, 8.6 out of 10 rating. I really enjoyed using him as that box-to-box midfielder in the 4-4-2 formation. Now, I will say he isn't the craziest of players that I've ever used in game, but for completely free to get yourself a player that is this well-rounded, 4-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves with the relentless playstyle plus is a W in my opinion. You can also go ahead and throw him in the evolution to get a pretty decent upgrade right there as well. With the evolution, he does become an 86 rated card with a +2 upgrade to his pace and dribbling, and then the rest of the stats is just a +1. It would have been really nice to see 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, and maybe a few more playstyles for the card, but for the start of FC25, I think that he can most definitely get the job done. Now, because it is a little bit more difficult to get him on full chemistry, I would personally recommend using him as a super sub. I think that in off of the bench, he can make a serious impact. I think throwing him in around like the 60th, 70th minute when your opponent's team is a little bit more tired is probably the best way to go ahead and incorporate him. As that box-to-box midfielder, you do get a bit of defensive cover. Going forward wasn't half bad either. There is a bit of versatility with the card as well. For only 10 games of squad battles, if you are in need of a super sub or if you can get him on full chemistry, I think it's a really good objective to go ahead and complete, and I would definitely recommend him. But that is going to be the end of today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, let me know by leaving a like. Comment down below what player you guys would like to see next in another player review, and then also consider subscribing to the channel if you are new. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for clicking on today's video. I've been your boy Booba, and I'll catch you guys in another one very, very soon. Peace.